And welcome everyone to the start of the Twin Snakes Very Easy League. Or sorry, tournament. They're just gonna change to a tournament, sorry. We have a total of 14 players, and if you would like to know any more information on the bracket, you can type in the chat !bracket or !schedule. We are going to be having 3 matches per day as we for every Friday and Sunday for the next month. So hope you guys will be enjoying. And coming up, we have Vermillion versus House, and commentary will be done by Nick and Volcanic Akuma. Take it away.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much, Tyler.
Thank you, man. Glad to be here.
All right, game 1. Oh, it's so exciting to be starting with this. Oh, we've been talking about this tournament for a while, and it's finally here. Are you excited?
I'm really, really excited for this. Especially Twin Snakes is not one of the more commonly run games in MGSR, so it's good to see some spotlight on it now.
It certainly is. All right, it looks like both runners are ready. Just going to check backstage and make sure we're all good. And, yep, I believe they are ready to go. Yep, and they're off.
All right, so let's see.
So, for the sake of our lovely viewers, this is being ran on the Dolphin emulator. So both runners playing on PC. Using the Dolphin emulator to emulate a GameCube, because this was the better way for more people to take part and run the game. The Dolphin emulator is very, very accurate. It does run pretty much as though it's a GameCube. Some of the timings and inside are slightly off, and the loads are slightly faster. But outside of that, you're pretty much seeing what you'd expect from a GameCube.
Yeah, and let's see. Let's go on to the runners for a bit. For Vermillion, he's got
a slight difference from MGS1. Of course, we had the MGS1 All Bosses tournament earlier this year. Twin Snakes is surprisingly different. You might just think, oh, it's just a remake. It must be, feel very similar. It's something I was really concerned with when I first looked in to start running it myself, and it feels like a completely different game. It does not feel like you're playing Metal Gear Solid 1 at all. And already you see our first difference from the original. If you were watching a Metal Gear Solid 1 speedrun, these guys would be running the guards around in circles, trying to farm alerts, get as many as they can before the elevator comes down. But nope, here in Twin Snakes, they've just grabbed the M9, taken out both guards, grabbed all the ammo that's available in here, and now just have to sit and wait through the credits.
Yep, because in Twin Snakes, it takes 30 alerts to get the PAL key in the ditch. One of the changes they've made, but they've compromised a little bit. Instead of the rat being in 3 different positions at the start, it is always a god rat. So even though you can't just go into the ditch, you don't have to learn the line, you can just get the rat in the same place every time.
It does cut out the biggest RNG element of the original.
Yeah, oh god. So, and another thing to note, we like to run Twin Snakes without radar, so we skip Mei Ling's explanation of the Soliton radar. So that, it really doesn't make much of a difference. The only place it really could make a difference was Hind. But other than that, that's going to be a couple second time save.
Yep. No radar throughout the entire run, just to save those couple of seconds at the start.
Oh, House almost didn't get spotted there. Ooh. It's a strat. That way you can avoid the little cutscene with the security camera.
Okay, so as these guys go through the vent, you may notice that both of them are very quickly equipping and unequipping their weapon. That's not because they're bored. This does an animation cancel for Snake, and by doing so, it means he moves along this vent slightly quicker. It's important for 2 reasons. First of all, we want to get through the vent as quickly as possible, but by doing so, it misses a guard cycle. So when they emerge on the other side, they can just run straight over to the elevator, and the guards aren't going to be there. If they weren't mashing their weapon like this, then they would have to try and navigate around the guards.
And it should be noted that it is actually possible to mash too fast. The optimal timing is 6 presses per second. Anything faster than that, that's when you're getting into turbo and tool-assisted territory. So for us humans, not much to worry about.
It's a good point to note. There is no turbo or anything like that enabled in the game. As they're on emulator, they are free to use whichever controller they like. Some runners do prefer to hook up an original GameCube controller. Other runners will use other controllers that they have to hand. Obviously, the DS4 with DS4 Windows tends to be a popular one. I know that's what I use. But I know Tyler is an example of someone who does still hook up a GameCube controller. I'm not actually sure what either of these guys are using. I would think Hau5test is using his DualSense, but I'm not sure about Vermillion.
Actually, I want to say Hau5test is using a GameCube, but I won't swear to that. I personally use a 360 pad because reasons. So far, relatively uneventful run, but now we're gonna get into the nitty gritty. Just waiting for Meryl to open the door.
So yeah, the first 5 minutes up to this point, not really a lot happens. It's kind of slow, but something that I learned from a lot of the runners. I recently published the runner profiles, and a lot of runners, when they handed in their interview notes, a lot of them talked about how they really enjoy Disc 1 because it's almost a boss rush. So once this first opening 5 minutes, really slow. As soon as Snake comes out of this door, everything the acceleration just takes it up a notch entirely. We're going to see a lot of action take place very quickly.
And due to the engine, the MGS2 engine that they're using, it's even faster than the original. Just because of the mechanics that we're able to use. Okay, so guard rush time. Vermillion, he got it right. He made them he stopped behind that black line, and those 2 guards lined up perfectly for a headshot. And both of them were able to pick up the SOCOM ammo. It is essential that you headshot the last guard remaining in that first wave. Otherwise, you can't get that ammo. It's going to make this fight way harder. 2 more different ways. Hau5test using third person, and Vermillion going first person. It's better to use body shots, 2 body shots per guard, because that is faster than the headshot death animation. And if you hit them in the heart, that is the fastest way to kill someone in this game. So far, everything looking all right.
Hau5test is a little low on ammo.
Yeah, he was unlucky with ammo drops. But relatively clean from both. This really shouldn't pose much of a problem for Hau5test. He just has to grab one of the ammo packs after Ocelot, or maybe both of them, because there's 2 in the room.
All right, so as we said, the action doesn't hold up. These guys are going to be in their first boss fight very shortly. Now, you may have seen things on the internet, people's opinions of the game, and a lot of people bash this game. A lot of people really don't like it as a remake. Just plonking MGS1 into the MGS2 engine is a bit of a turn-off for people. And we're about to see one of the major reasons why some people have that opinion, and that's the Revolver Ocelot boss fight. This is a very different fight to the original. And if you're a big fan of the original, then, well, yeah, you're going to see why very quickly.
If you're a big fan of Ocelot, please look away from the screen. Because this isn't even fair.
And 2.
And 3. And there it is.
And that's Ocelot. Yeah.
Straightforward, but it is a bit dependent on execution, and not so much execution, but aiming. Because otherwise, that's going to cost you precious seconds.
But as you saw there, it really does. You do lose something about that whole sort of chasing round and round in circles, and that you got from the original. And yeah, it is considered one of the weakest points of the remake. But that's not to say all the boss fights are. Where next one is one I would consider a big
having some
improvement.
trouble. House having a little bit of trouble getting Meryl. And I don't really miss Ocelot that much. I mean, I just use grenades. Have I ever told you how I won the MGS1 League?
Was he using grenades?
You know what? It actually was. Another story for another time. So House missed the ammo. So go back and grab both packs.
That seems sensible considering how low his ammo count was at the start. These guys are going to have to use a fair bit more SOCOM ammo certainly in the first half of the run. Okay, here we come up to one of the run killers. This is actually can be a bit of a complicated room. It's getting through the laser grid without triggering it.
So it's worse in this one because not only do you have to skip a cutscene, you have to stay here until you die. So it's all that time.
Vermillion here is taking the very safe option, just destroying all of the laser panels. It looks like House
going to go for it.
is...
No, he's not.
Nope. So both runners opting to take the slightly safer option, just destroying the panels. So it's same as in MGS2, where you can destroy the panels to stop the Semtex. Same thing happens here.
House, I think, a little slower on that, but now it is time for the M1 tank. I've seen a lot of the people in this tournament, I've seen them struggle with this. And when you're just starting out, this is definitely your first real test.
This is one of the biggest learning curves.
So, oh, nope. Vermillion got that body shot. The headshot there. So he's going to be losing time here automatically.
So with the SOCOM, there are 2 gunners, and it takes 3 headshots to kill each gunner. And if you see on House's screen there, he did get the first headshot off very cleanly, second headshot off very cleanly, and yep. So House is already through to gunner 2.
So House is already taking the lead right here. Sure.
Vermillion has now caught up.
But second guy is even more troublesome. And both of them doing a strat that Plywood very recently found, running in front of the tank to make sure that it stops in place. Oh no.
No. And
Vermillion has let him get away. This is the backup strat, to retreat to this location and SOCOM the last guy. So I would not recommend... Oh, wow, he got that. That's good.
Got there in the end.
That's a tough shot.
When done well, the M1 tank is a very fast boss. But as soon as you start to let it get away from you, then it can be a real time loss.
Yes, tank gets out of hand very, very fast. And I'll rephrase it. It's not so much very easy. It's been overblown, I think, a little bit. Now, if you run VE, you'll find that Hind is much more to complain about. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Okay, so these guys are now roughly 1 room apart. So we same as the original, grabbing the Nikita to take out the electric panel.
And that's one of the things people are really going to struggle with running this game in particular, because menuing, it's so much more prevalent than in MGS2, and of course than MGS1 PC, because you have hotkeys. But getting a good grasp of menuing and the feel for it, because there is a feel to the menuing in this game. So you have to practice that and know how much to menu, where to menu to, what if you pick up unnecessary items. Like, in particular, in the guard rush, if you run out of ammo at any time, Snake will automatically manually reload, and you'll have a magazine in your inventory. So that's going to add to the menuing you have to do.
Okay, so House is just about to get started with the next boss fight.
And speaking of which, Vermillion is going to have an ammo problem, because he only has 3.
Ooh, he does only have 3 SOCOM ammo. That is going to be a problem. Okay, so Ninja Fight, the way that the runners are going to be trying to tackle this is they are going to do a sequence of punch, punch, followed by an Akita kick, which is where they, just before they start the kick animation, they swap weapons to the Nikita. And then for the second set, they will shoot the ninja so that he blocks it and then do a double punch. By doing this over and over again, it means that they lock the ninja into phase 1. So you'll notice neither of them have gone through into the second phase of the fight. It looks like Vermillion's having
Vermillion's having some trouble.
Yeah.
Again, another fight that is very simple, but if you mess it up, this will get out of hand very quickly. Not so much because it's hard to kill ninja. Tank, that can be hard to pin down the gunner, but for ninja, this is going to cost you time because he has the whole mini scene with his speeches and whatnot, and then you have to actually run across the room and kill him.
You saw there. House was having a little bit of trouble at the end there. He actually had the ninja down to 0 health. Now you can't kill the ninja and finish the fight in the first phase. You still have to get him into phase 2, and then you can finish the fight. And he was just struggling to get that last hit off just to trigger it. And to go back to what Kuma was saying about the menus, you saw the House just managed to menu to his C4 right as he finished that fight, which I don't think was his intended weapon there.
No, you want the Nikita. Million is out as well. Now, 2 codecs, lots of cutscenes.
This is one of the longest sequences of codecs and cutscenes in the game, so we're gonna be here for a good minute.
This really makes me appreciate MGS 1 PC more. All right, so coming up next, you are typically gonna want to grab Chaff in this room in the bottom left corner, and then we're gonna be off to meet Meryl, and then we'll have Psycho Mantis. Mantis, another one that you really can't rely on MGS1 experience to beat. It's much more intricate, and we'll come to that. Do not run down the middle of that hallway like House did. Stay on the left. You stay on the left, you roll over the one guard, and then you stay running on the left.
Okay, just like Vermillion.
Just like
Vermillion.
There we go. And yes, for those wondering, there are fast elevators. Just no one's gotten any yet. I'm going to say I've been impressed with Vermillion's progress. He only started learning this run like 4 days ago.
It's damn impressive.
He did, and I'm no rookie with Blue Metal, and they only did Disc 1 because they basically ran out of time. But he's advanced a lot in such a short time. I've been very impressed.
Okay, so they're about.
No, you go.
They're about to go into the Psycho Mantis fight. There's 2 main setups for Mantis. It'd be interesting to see which ones these guys go for.
Yep, there is one where you can aim at the vase with a SOCOM and hit him for lethal damage, and there's one where we use the couch. There's 2 couch variants, one for lethal, one for non-lethal. The point of this is to deal lethal damage. I'm sorry. Is to deal non-lethal damage to Mantis using his critical point, which is his head and his right leg. Yes, you heard that right. It's his right leg. Because reasons. Please feel free to applaud Kojima.
Nobody knows these reasons.
Nobody. Don't try to figure out Kojima. It's not going to end well.
So House is opting for the vase strap. He's now out. He's out of SOCOM ammo. He also got a kickoff there. They've both going for the vase strap. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to do a phase skip, which unfortunately House isn't going to get.
He could possibly have gotten it, but he's going to need a couple more non-lethal hits.
It requires a very specific, an exact amount of non-lethal damage to be done.
Might actually have it.
You might.
I don't know. It's actually possible to you have to get Mantis down to a specific amount of health. I forget exactly what the number is, but yeah,
He didn't
get it. He actually did too much damage. So it's actually possible to do too much or too little.
The easiest way is to land a single punch, and then it's either three or 4 bits of headshot damage.
It's basically all lethal shot. It's also it's all critical shots and 1 punch.
And unfortunately, as Mantis came over to him, he got a kick off instead of a punch, and a kick does do more damage.
Indeed. Vermillion's sticking to the floor here. All right. It's not bad.
House has finished the fight.
The chug there. Oh, Vermillion having some problems, but Vermillion, he's catching back up. He was pretty behind after Tank and after Ninja. He's managed to make a lot of ground back. Now we come to the Wolves.
Oh, the Wolves.
Oh,
the Wolves. You have to run through past the Wolves 3 times.
There is no box glitch anytime.
No box glitch. No going out of bounds. I can't even say box glitch. There we go. That's better.
Kojima giveth and Kojima taketh away.
So both of them here opting for the safe strat of shooting the first wolf while still crawling under. House is having some problems. He's okay. He's through. He's
popped, and Vermillion might be all right as well. He is. He's good.
Now, and the Meryl strat. House playing it safe. Both of them playing it safe.
It is actually possible to run and gun here. You'll just instead of putting her to sleep, you'll just like stun her for a little bit, and you'll have to roll into her to the door in order to do that.
By putting her to sleep like that, or if you do roll into her and knock her to the ground, it just skips that short cutscene where the dogs come round and she says, "Hey Snake, I thought you were good with dogs."
So now Meryl's been shot, and another thing we almost forgot to mention: you can't just run across anymore. Different mine path.
Mm-hmm. All right, caves take 2. You can see they're still doing the same strategy with the with equipping and unequipping the weapon quickly to speed that movement up.
Oh wow! I was getting a little aggressive there, and going for the shot. Oh wow, that was lucky. Oh, Vermillion is he gonna get caught? He's not. He's not gonna get caught. He's safe.
He's safe.
So,
all right.
No problems from the doggos.
So, as I'm sure our viewers all know, it's all the way back to the armory to pick up the PSG-1.
All the way back to the armory?
All the way back.
That's such a long way.
It is such a long way.
I wish there was something closer we could use.
We'll have to see what these guys come up with.
No, it's not like there's anything, close.
House on his way
where's
to
he going? That's not the elevator.
That's not the elevator. Where?
Wait. No. There it is. There it is. That's right. The PSG-1T making a special guest appearance in Twin Snakes.
So neither runner is going to pick up the PSG-1 at all. We do the rest of the game with the PSG-1T, exactly the same as the PSG-1, but as the name implies, it is a tranquilizer. It does non-lethal damage. And it gets us into the sniper wolf fight much quicker.
Honestly, you don't have to ever pick up the PSG-1.
You do not.
In this run. And some frame drops from Vermillion.
Mm-hmm. All right. Caves take 3. Neither of them have been caught yet.
Oh.
We are having a.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's just chugging a little bit.
Yep.
House had some problems there. Putting that dog to sleep. Vermillion's through rather cleanly. House also, no one has been knocked down.
Clean swoops for both of them through the caves here.
Okay. All right, Sniper Wolf. 3 headshots and a body shot. Sniper Wolf is, she's Twin Snakes. Oh, Vermillion almost through. One more. Oh, he almost had it. Almost had it. And yep, got it.
There we go. Very nice from both of them. How's they're getting the cheeky little roll cancel there.
Yep.
Now, are they both going to remember to roll into the PSG-1?
That's right. That's another. Oh, Vermillion did not do it.
Vermillion. Oh,
And
neither of them get it.
Neither of them got it.
That's a
House
shame.
tried. House almost had it. And that's another thing. Another thing about this game, you have to plan ahead.
Oh, yes, you do.
This is just one example. Stuff like, because now, if they had done it correctly, they would have rolled and switched to the PSG-1T before the fade out. Now, this would set them up after they escaped from prison. They would roll into the cutscene. I'll get this right. They would roll into the cutscene. They would have the PSG-1T equipped, and they would have the M9 as their previous. Now, if they'd done that right, when they leave here, they would properly have nothing equipped and the M9 on previous, so they can just easily switch to it. But now, I believe they're going to have the PSG-1T on previous, so that's going to necessitate them an extra menu. So that's not good.
For those unfamiliar with either Twin Snakes or MGS2, there is an item setting which you can switch between equip and unequip or previous. So equip, unequip works the same way as MGS1, where you tap your equip, unequip button, and you will either equip your weapon or you will unequip your weapon. If you have it set to previous, and all runners for Twin Snakes should be setting it to previous, it will swap between the last two weapons you selected. So if you want to have 0 weapons, you do actually need to menu to 0 weapons. In here, these guys are knocking to avoid Johnny from sneezing. Whilst he's walking between these locations, if he sneezes at any point, he does stop, and it does cause a slowdown. They just keep knocking to make sure that he's shouting.
He's much more friendly in this version.
He is. In MGS1, he's very, very aggressive, but in this one, he's almost pleading with Snake. He's like, come on, Snake, come on, just be quiet, come on, do us a solid, and just Whereas in, MGS1, it's just shut up.
All right, it is time. It is time. How are they going to escape the prison? We have many ways to do this. We can, you know what? Let's just see what they do, and then we'll explain. Now, the point of this is to mess with the story flag, so that when we leave here, the game will still think that we are trapped in the prison. What this enables us to do is skip a cutscene and a codec, and a fairly lengthy codec, when we get back to the underground passage where we fought Wolf. So that's the whole point of this. It's not actually to leave the prison faster. It's to set us up later, thinking ahead, like I said before.
Okay.
Multiple ways to do this. Vermillion gets one bonk. He is going to go for... He's just going to flip him. Flip him. Oh, wow. What's he doing? Oh, no. Vermillion has not done it right.
Sadly, a failure for Vermillion there. House, as long as House has got his shirt on when he exits here, House has correctly managed the slower version of this skip.
So we'll be able to see this. You'll be able to see the difference in real time when we get to the underground passage. I'm not sure what Vermillion tried. I think Vermillion got confused there because he flipped Johnny and he was going to leave like he should have, but then he's tried to roll to the gear. Now you can't do that. Not with that setup anyway.
So the flag that these guys are trying to skip is triggered in one of two ways. Either Snake grabs his equipment whilst Johnny is incapacitated, or Snake manages to grab his equipment before a cutscene occurs where Johnny runs off to the toilet. So you saw in that when House left and then went back in, Johnny was back in the toilet, and his routine had reset. He'd gone back in the toilet. He was coming back out as though he'd just finished the scene with Otacon, and he was getting ready to escape. So that reset that scene meant when he grabbed the equipment, Johnny wasn't incapacitated, and he hadn't ran back off to the toilet again. So that's why House got that correct. Unfortunately, when Vermillion did grab the equipment, Johnny was incapacitated. He was knocked out on the floor.
And separate thing for very easy, you notice we're able to equip the M9 in the nuke building. This is not possible on any higher difficulties. And this could have caused problems, because if you have the M9 equipped and you have something like the PSG-1T on your previous, you won't be able to shimmy through the shutter door, and that's going to lose you even more time.
We haven't actually explained that on either of their runs through there. What those guys were doing when they were quickly unequipping and re-equipping their weapon to sort of shimmy through the door. For some reason, that allows Snake to get through that door without crawling, and by not crawling, it doesn't trigger the codec call from Campbell to say you can't use weapons in that area, which obviously saves a little bit of time.
And also, if you get that codec from Campbell, you'll now have Natasha's frequency in your codec, so that's going to lose you time further on. Actually, so you know what? No, it doesn't lose you time further on. It's actually shorter to get to the necessary to call Otacon later.
Because Otacon then becomes direct bottom left rather than bottom right. So you just hit up once.
You lose 7 seconds if you get the codec. And you see right here, Vermillion has to deal with this cutscene and this codec, and it's pretty lengthy.
But because the game still thinks that House is trapped inside the cell and waiting for Johnny, he breezes through it.
And you might have seen, and I think House was doing this, he was setting up his change disk menu. About that in Dolphin, you can actually open the change disk menu before your run starts. So just when it's time to change the disk, you can just click easily. You don't have to spend time, going through all the menus.
And the most important thing about all of that is House then moved his mouse out of the way.
Yeah, that's
I'm very glad he then moved it.
If you do it, and you have a good amount of time, key to know if you're doing it too slow, if the text pops up like you need to change the disk, then you've done it too slow. But now we're on to Tower A. Two real ways to do this. You can do this with a mixture of stuns and M9. You can do it all M9, or you can do it all stuns. No God mode exploit here, so you must do this legit.
And it looks like House is going for the all stuns. Vermillion's got his M9 out. I'm assuming he is going to swap to stuns as well.
Yes, you don't have to pick up the stun grenades in the docks. Actually, I thought for some reason you had to previously, but if you don't pick up the stuns in the docks, you'll get shorter menus, because there's 2 packs of stun grenades in Tower A. Oh, House didn't throw it.
He managed to bounce the stun grenade off the wall and it went behind him.
Unfortunately.
Unlike in MGS1, where just stun grenades are completely overpowered in MGS1 and will just take out an entire room, they are distance dependent. So if you throw a stun grenade right next to a guard, he will immediately get knocked out. But if you throw a stun grenade and it detonates quite a way away from the guard, then it'll phase him for a second, but then he'll carry on.
Sounds stunning.
Nice.
Alright, so they're out, and now we're going to get to the rappel. Before that, you gotta roll forward and switch to the rope. And House already did that. Somewhat suboptimal.
Now let's see if they've been listening to your advice on the easiest way.
The easiest rappel. This is inestimably easier than MGS1. because you don't, even if you do it legitimately, you don't have to go the full length. You go like half the distance. So, yep, here we go. 2 down. Oh, nope. 2 down, and then hit B to get on the girder. Oh, House could still do it. Oh, he's been hit by liquid. No, this is lost. He is down left after the steam and the codec. Down left, down. And Snake will just zip to the bottom automatically.
It looks like Vermilion is setting himself up for it, so hopefully we'll see that from him. Yep, he's gone left and then just straight. Oh. No, not quite,
no,
unfortunately.
Not so. And House trying to get PSG-1 ammo for a weapon he doesn't have. That's probably some MGS1 tendencies. 10 or fewer PSG-1 rounds, then there's ammo there. He gets through using PSG-1T, and
So this is the safer method of getting through here. Is just to use the PSG-1T to take out these guards.
Oh, he didn't kill the last one, I don't think. No, he's left one.
Is he gonna shoot him just as he comes around the corner?
He's gonna have to.
Like MGS1, the guards on this walkway have unique weapons that knock Snake backwards when he gets shot. So it's very important that you take all of those guards out.
Yeah.
The
PSG-1 the whole game.
The PSG-1T is a bit of a slow method. There's a faster method where you headshot one guard with your SOCOM and kill him. That forces the other 2 guards to run away and then run back. And whilst they're running away, you run towards them, cook a stun grenade, and throw it at their feet, and then stun them and run past them.
Exactly. And that's actually the better method because you get an easier menu to the chaff, I think. Unless you used all your stuns in Tower A. And using chaff to get up the stairs. Again, no GME here. You can be hit, and you don't want to get hit by the set of 3 guns and the set of 4 guns, because that will cause your game to chug, and it will chug badly. Doesn't matter if you're on a toaster or on the best that money can buy. You're gonna notice the frame drop. Us gonna take a moment on the roll to switch to the Stinger, because we're coming up to the best boss in the game.
Oh yeah.
Hind Dumb. Now, why do we hate Hind? Why do we have this inordinate amount of... why do we despise it so? Well, oh, come on, almost. There we go. We're on the ladder. So first off, Hind is much harder to see. Way harder. If you're even watching now, or if you ever play it yourself, you'll notice. The second reason...
The game in general is quite dark.
It's been one of the major complaints. You know, I think what would really help is if we turned off the fog.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
I'm not quitting on that, man. We're going to get rid of the fog one day. We're doing that.
Oh, looks like
anyway,
struggling a little bit.
So, it's hard to see, and more importantly, the Stinger lock-on in this game is infinitely worse than MGS2. It's way worse. Stinger has been nerfed.
For no good reason either. They're the same engine.
I actually don't think... yeah, that's the thing. I don't think there really was a reason.
Now, the first half of this fight normally plays out pretty similarly. It doesn't... I'll be honest, it doesn't look like either runner really knows the full pattern here.
Yeah, there are 2 separate patterns based on where he goes first. But other than that, they're pretty determinate. As long as you don't... They're pretty constant, as long as you don't take too much time to hit them. Alright, now here we are to hide and seek. Now you can actually... If you keep him on just a little more to the right, like if you're in third-person view, it would be in the southeast corner. If you can keep him over there, he'll stay up for a longer time, so you can hit him more. But now you see he's hid. And on very easy, the Hind stays down the longest. In contrast, on extreme, he'll pop back up immediately.
And tell me, Vermilion, sorry.
Are you serious?
Tell me, Akuma.
You're fired.
Sorry, I'm fine. That's cool. Tell me, does he stay down for a predetermined set of time every time he ducks?
Absolutely not. It's completely random.
Oh.
You have no way to plan for it. And God help you if you don't get the 2 shots off before he hides again, because you're going to lose even more time.
So what you see these guys trying to do, so behind, so House has just got a shot off in him, and then he's going to take another shot just before he locks on, and then try and lock onto the hind. Again, just saw Vermillion try the same thing. It didn't quite. The timing is quite precise, but more than anything, you have to be able to deal with Twin Snake's stinger lock on in order to get it right.
Try being the keyword.
Every single one of the Vermillion
wow, we got blind.
Vermillion just got a really nice shot off. That was really good. But for every single one of those double shots you miss, you then have another rotation of hide and seek.
You see how House was emptying his stinger, and Vermillion managed to get hit by the missile. He emptied the stinger. If you have no stinger ammo, then you'll get a free box of stinger ammo. So if you have 9 stinger bullets or less, then empty the stinger and grab the ammo. Otherwise, you're fine. Now we're going to come to the Tower B descent. This is also somewhat tricky, because we use grenades to destroy the guns. It doesn't chug the game, but it will slow you down for sure. Vermillion, I'm guessing he hasn't practiced that much. Vermillion, he's had to learn Disc 2 mostly by himself. Wasn't able to do it on the Unknown Rookie, and House... Okay, no. I was gonna say House forgot to equip the grenades. He wasn't gonna equip the grenades. He's just gonna go straight to the C4. Neither of them apparently comfortable with the grenade toss, because you don't want Snake to get hit by it. That's gonna lose you time, and you're gonna have less health for Wolf.
So House is trying to set himself up for the elevator ambush, but he's equipped both weapons that he needs to have equipped, but then unequipped them. For what he wants to do right now, he needs the stinger on his previous and C4 on his current, which is what he has now. So it's a bit odd.
All that menuing has cost him some time here. 2 presses. Oh, he already had the stinger. All right, he's straight to C4. Good stuff.
See, Vermillion was a little more on top of his items there. He had a bit more of a plan on how to get that done.
Wait a minute. What are we doing on this elevator? We're not supposed to be here. Let's just go out of bounds and go straight to Wolf 2.
Now, you might be thinking, oh, doesn't that mean that this fight's particularly taxing? Not on very easy, is it?
Oh, that was real. You know, that's a 1 frame. That's 1 frame. If you don't get that on that 1 frame, you're going to be in a world of trouble. And Vermillion is actually going to be in a world of trouble because he has not equipped his stinger. You need to equip the stinger here. And is House going to do it either? Yes, he is. Good. Now, this is important for Wolf 2, because we use the stinger to track her initial position, and House will just be able to equip it straight away. Vermillion is going to have to actually menu to the stinger and then menu to the PSG-1T. Because both of those weapons, they lock you in place in first person, and you can't move around. So Wolf 2. The strategy here, we're going to run to the left, and we're going to stand on top of the ammo box. So now, when we run out of sniper ammo, we'll automatically pick it up and reload. I'm having some trouble getting initial position. Missing. Finally gets a hit.
It's a very different method for beating Wolf 2 as opposed to Wolf 1. In Wolf 1, you're trying to be very precise on getting your headshots and not using up too much ammo. In this fight, because you're stood on top of that box that will just reappear as soon as you go down to 0, you are wanting to blast as many shots out as you can in a short space of time.
Yes, much better. Oh, House could get a head. Oh, she's trolling. She's trolling Vermilion a little bit.
That's a nice headshot. There we go, and he has finished.
House getting the body shot. Oh, it's a shame.
Vermilion is going to take. Oh, and hiding behind the tree as well. This is gonna give Vermilion a nice little lead here.
I bet a lot on House. I'm regretting my life choices now. Oh, and there's another thing I also forgot to mention. Turn off the blood, guys. There's less stuff for the game to load, and you save a couple of frames. It's a free time save.
Turning off blood does not turn off the bleeding function in the game. When you take too much damage, Snake will start to bleed out. Turning off blood in the menus does not stop that from happening. I recently learnt that, and I've been playing MGS 2 since it first released, and thought that that's how blood worked.
I remember that. That was a good day. That was a very good day.
The last 20 years have been a lie.
Vermilion gonna come along to the cargo elevator.
It's another fight that tests your first-person shooting.
Very execution heavy.
You get a heart shot there.
He did actually. Oh,
he's lost the other guy.
Where is he?
There he is.
That's gonna be a extra menu possibly.
Let's see
Did Vermilion get the stinger out?
I haven't seen him get the stinger out.
I don't think he did. How's just gonna third person everyone?
That was for the third person method. That was very fast.
To be honest, yeah, it was, and he gets to stinger because we're gonna need that for Raven. I don't know. I don't know if that's actually faster.
That looked really, really good.
I usually headshot the first guy, heart shot the second, and third person the third.
I still don't think Vermilion's got his stinger out though. Or put his stinger on his previous. Because these guys are going to use a combination of the stinger and the SOCOM to kill Raven. This is somewhat similar to the MGS1 console fight, where they're just
most similar.
They're just gonna use their rations to just completely tank his damage. There's no trying to avoid it. Obviously, there's no GME like we have in MGS1 PC. They're just gonna tank his damage and just shoot back.
It's the exact same principle. Just time out his iframes and spam the missiles.
The only major difference is they're going to finish him off with a headshot with the SOCOM. That's just so that they then have the SOCOM out, ready to move on.
Right. They will be you'll be equipped with nothing after this fight, and you'll be able to just equip the SOCOM straight away.
It's a really nice fight from Vermilion.
Oh, good. Oh wow, that was a pretty early shot from House. That was almost went wide. House is really gonna need to make up the time here.
Not bad from both of them. In fairness, Raven's probably one of the easiest bosses.
Probably. I think he might be easier than Ocelot, because you almost can't miss with Raven. Whereupon Ocelot can just dodge somewhat. So this guard. Didn't have to do a slow walk too much.
Now, if you're a fan of MGS1, but you are not a fan of the PAL sequence, you'll be delighted to know that when these guys run into the underground base here, they are not leaving again. Well, not until they go and fight Rex.
But wait, there's more. You can actually just stay in one place and manually call Otacon and just keep doing it. And you'll get all 3 codecs, which is a second faster than taking them manually or automatically. And oh no, I think what Vermilion wanted to do there was shoot him once with the SOCOM and then roll into him to knock him over the edge. But since he killed him, he's going to now be in the way. directly in the way, so he's gonna have to slow walk over him because you can't roll there because you'll just roll into a wall. So that's gonna be some time loss for Vermillion, and House is gonna need all the time loss he can take because
unfortunately,
no,
House has
same
done the
thing.
exact same thing
He's
and rolled slightly too early up the stairs.
he did manage to remember to equip his grenade. So that's good
Dispatch
news.
the second guard much cleaner. That guard's not going to be in his way.
Now it is time for the rat. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the race, it's a god rat. It's always a god rat. But oh, is Vermillion gonna fall? No. Makes it. And oh, Vermillion is not. The fastest strat is to equip a grenade as soon as you're able to from landing, and then toss it while you're on the stairs. But Vermillion going for the safer route, and he's going to just shoot him with a SOCOM and House. Oh my God in heaven!
Oh, that was very close. So you see the grenade strat here from House.
Well,
Don't
did
know why
he get?
stopped.
And he did. Oh, he didn't. One, he didn't need to stop there, and two, got very unlucky because it flew directly into the ditch. Oh, and luckily he was able to find it. Because you can't go underwater, and no, we don't need a scope. There it is. Maybe scope. I'm telling you, scope is going to be the Heinskip. Right here, you have to shoot the camera. You cannot run into here. You can't just run in and out of this room in Twin Snakes because you will get caught and you will get stuck in the room and you'll die.
Luckily, once you take that camera out once, it's decommissioned for the rest of the run. So that's the only time they're going to have to take it out. So here's
I was going to say, not to take too much from you, but we were kind of concerned about dropping from the rope and catching it before the rat. There's 2 more of these drops. One of them's coming up right now.
So this is the big deviation from MGS1. Rather than having to backtrack all the way to the warehouse and to the blast furnace, we just go over to these pipes, shoot the one on the right. That lets out cold steam. Well, no, it's not steam, is it? It's cold. Coolant. That's a better word. Much better word.
Oh, that's the pipe we got our endless supply of coolant for in MGS2.
So yeah, the right pipe shoots out coolant, immediately freezes the key. No waiting around for 61 seconds, just immediately freezes. The pipe on the left bursts out steam and will immediately heat the key. So this whole segment is so much faster. And see how
stinger bullet. Okay.
House getting some backup stinger ammo there.
Do not roll up that step. Don't do that. That's slower. So we've got the cold key. Now we have to do the hot key. Still potential to die. Now I know that. Because I was very close to having world record one time, and I failed dropping from the hot.
Touch wood.
Oh.
I've not failed.
Refresh your stream.
Oh.
Apparently we were behind because reasons. Anyway,
right.
Million is through. He's got this key, and House is... Oh. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. It's actually faster. Blue Metal tested this a couple weeks ago. It's faster by a few frames to drop from this ledge instead of catching the rope and taking the damage. So...
You'll see this here from House.
Yeah, unless you have very, very low health, don't grab the rope. But both of them have done it. Both going to get through, hopefully, without incident. Next up will be Rex.
And we talked about Raven being one of the easier boss fights. Rex is almost trivial in Twin Snakes. Particularly phase 2, which we'll talk about a bit more when it comes up.
I have to disagree with you there. Again, that stinger lock, that's gonna troll you.
Well, that can if you have some problems with the stinger lock, which can happen, then yeah, it does take a little bit more time. But whilst there's no God mode, no GME, you're still going to struggle to take damage if you just know where to stand.
Exactly. Take a moment to thank Snake for giving me that sub. We've been played like a fiddle. It was Liquid the whole time. I can't believe you've done this.
Right, so Rex, Vermilion going and standing in a very specific location, equipping the Stinger and shooting the Radome.
Thing is, it's actually somewhat lenient. It's not so much strict, because one way he's going to fire machine guns and missiles at you. The other way he'll just use the laser. You'll have to move forward one time. It's the strat, the laser strat. That's what's used on extreme, and I think it might be a little faster, because to do that you'll start closer to Rex, and it won't take as long for your missiles to fly and hit him.
You can see here from House, just very nicely pacing out his shots.
Both of them missed one of those shots.
Missed one.
At the end, but still pretty clean. Fox's speech, and now for phase 2, stay still. Do not move. That's what it says on the wiki. And it's right, because you just aim up, count 2, fire again, count 2. You should Vermilion is a little bit I think a little bit slow there.
You can get the first 3 shots in there before he moves.
Yeah, you can actually get the shots off before you've locked on. But he's through. He'll have some cutscenes and codecs. And then it will be on to Liquid, who has managed to be an even bigger pain in the butt than originally. At least in my opinion.
House does. Now, both runners fortunate with this, particularly with the second phase, where they haven't had any Stinger lock-on issues. There can be an issue where after you've fired your shot, the Stinger will just randomly lock on to another portion for no reason without you aiming at it, but neither runner had the issue there.
Anyway, Vermilion is going to do this traditionally. Not going to utilize the lottery roll. Oh, no, he did. He tried. Didn't get it. He might have... Oh, no.
Oh, that's a bit slow.
Oh, don't want to do that.
Nope, don't want to kick him off.
Don't kick him off. Don't kick him down.
Only time you want to kick him off is if you're doing an all dog tags run. Okay, House is...
Whoa, House is chugging.
So House is... So the lottery roll, we get Liquid into that top right-hand corner, and you do a punch roll into him. And if you get the exact sweet spot, like every I don't want to say frame of the roll, but every sort of movement through Liquid with your roll will do damage. It's very, very obvious when it happens, but it's also not something that runners rely on, because it is there is no guarantee. Unlike in MGS1 where you're kind of expected to get the infinite Liquid combo, there is no expectation to get a lottery roll. If it happens, it happens, and it's great.
And Vermilion is out. House is having a bit of trouble. This is not going well for him.
House is in the final. He started the final phase a little early, but still struggling.
Oh, he's got the Liquid where Liquid's just gonna spam shoulder tackle.
No, once. No, House.
Oh, come on! Stop knocking him down.
Once his health is past the first eye, you should just be doing. He's gotten back into the swing of it now, where you just punch, spin around, punch, spin around, and just keep doing that.
There is actually, you can actually get a pseudo infinite on Liquid in phase 2 after he stops running around. If you get him in that top right corner, you can actually just 1-2 him repeatedly until it's time for phase 3.
And then the escape here plays out very similarly to the original. You'll see the setup is slightly different, where we just have Snake hiding around this corner because the guards won't come out and shoot him. They're not too bright, these guards, and eventually the guy at the front will just be like, this isn't working. I suppose I'll throw a grenade at him. There we go, and that's the cue for the runner to then make a pitch over to Otacon.
Another thing to note: each of these barrels takes 6 bullets to hit, and on VE it takes 3 bullets to kill a guard. So in some places, it's actually better to shoot the guards than the barrel. But we're on the liquid, escape for Vermilion, and unfortunately, barring a crash, I think Vermilion is going to take this.
Or heaven forbid, liquid kills him, which would be. I'd be impressed. I'd be very impressed if Liquid managed to kill him.
You know what? I would replace Vermilion with Liquid in the losers bracket. Yeah, you get to run against Liquid Snake.
That'd be awesome. So yeah, this fight plays out very similarly. The feel of the machine gun is very different to MGS1, but the fight is pretty much the same. That is it.
Aim up and down.
Vermilion is now out the other side. He's got a codec call to get through and a couple of cutscenes to skip. The in-game timer for the emulator stops when the first bits of factual text appear.
That's right. And
that is
there's
time.
8 minutes of nothing.
That is time
wow,
for
he might have actually got it. A sub-hour.
Sub-hour?
According to RTA, he's got a sub-hour. Not sure about IGT though, because we have to sit through a lot. Could fast forward this.
Oh, we're on emulator.
Yes. It reduces the 8 minutes to 3 minutes.
And that's House.
Oh. Oh, okay. I thought Vermilion was going to crash. So actually, a fairly good comeback by Vermilion. He was behind pretty early on, but he was able to bring it back.
That tank fight went somewhat astray for him, but yeah, he's done very well throughout the rest of the run to pull that time back. We will need to see the in-game time on the score screen at the end just to clarify it, but I think it's a pretty safe bet here that Vermilion.
GG's to both guys. The first race is going to go to Vermilion. He will move on. House, unfortunately, will be sent down to the losers bracket. Let me see if I can get the bracket. Vermilion will now.
Here he is,
man. Vermilion will now play against Alien.
Oh my god.
Good luck. Best of luck, guys. What? You're gonna play against Alien. He got a bye first round.
Oh really?
Yeah. Have fun with that.
Dude, GG's House. Dude, I was so mad when I failed the tank. Like on that first shot, I actually just wanted to slam my table, man. I hate the tank so much more than anything in this game.
Well, it's 3-0 now between us. I'm gonna get you in one game one day.
Dude, you got it, man.
I'm happy. I had 4 wisdom teeth removed this Monday. Today I had another operation. I'm just sitting here in pain, and I think I did well enough. Like, no major flaws. A bit of backup here and there. Didn't do the bump in the roll. Whatever. I'm happy.
I actually forgot you had all that work, and I bet on you.
It's fine. I wanted to do this. I didn't want to interrupt the tournament, and I really needed something else to happen than, dental shit. So I'm happy this happened. It's okay.
Yeah, man, you got dual right now. It's gonna suck, dude.
Well, there's always the next round. Losers bracket for me, so it's gonna be fine.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
Of course, yeah. It's the nice thing about doing.
That was a great comeback, Vermilion. That was really, really well done, and especially since you've only been playing less than a week.
Like 2 days ago. What was it?
Yeah, 2 days
Two days
ago.
ago.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, it was 3.
And
It was,
Was
it was on
it?
Tuesday. Yeah, I think
Oh,
the
yeah.
INR was on Tuesday.
Fair enough.
and will this run be your first sub hour?
No. My first
you
run
have
was
what-
58 minutes.
Oh,
My best run was 15 minutes.
Yeah, but wait, are both of you guys have your things muted?
Oh yeah, I muted the volume because
Yep.
like we can't have what's it called
Yeah,
the song
'cause-
playing.
Because
Yeah,
DMC,
exactly, it's
the
muted.
best is yet to come.
Yeah, the best DMC is yet to come, man.
That's humorous.
Ha 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 ha.
Out the slowdowns were not too bad. I'm also playing on a laptop right now, not on my usual PC. So
You're
it was
saying
fun
that,
in
yeah.
the hunt.
Yeah,
Was
Hind,
it laggy there, Hind?
The Hind was a lag fest. Really,
Oh
that
my
was
Oh, it
God.
was? Oh, I didn't
Nice
notice
show.
that, actually.
If the audio wasn't on, if it wasn't Vermilion, then you didn't hear it. But for me, especially later down the road, it was like really, yeah, the Stinger, the Stinger puts a lot of load on the game and the PC, of course, running it.
Yeah, and Liquid especially, I noticed the chugging.
Oh yeah, Liquid was also horrible. Jesus.
Weird because like there's nothing happening on the screen. There's only like 2 people on the screen, but like you would expect it to like not lag as much, but like damn.
Yeah. Again, whatever. Mechanically, I'm glad tank worked out fine. I did the latest sort of backup that Plywood showed, where for 5 and 6 you walk a little bit away from the tank, so that the guard upstairs needs to turn around to you and gives a bit more time. It is really good and it really helps to get tank more consistent for me. So that was
Yeah, you
really a
both did
saving
that.
point. Yeah. I was still
Dude,
panicking
that
that I
fight-
would have to go with any backup, but nah, it didn't happen.
Shout out to Supply, who's probably sleeping right now.
Yeah, fair enough.
We noticed you both went
That's right,
for
we have to
the
fill time while the credits roll.
you
Yeah, we
both went
do.
for the safest strat with the laser room.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't trust it. My hands were shaking. My blood pressure was high. Like, you know what? Again, it's a race. Races I really tend to go full backup.
I only do that because I was never taught how to do the actual lasers, so I just do that.
You learn it on day 4, I think.
I should learn it though, honestly. I also need to learn how to throw the grenades down the stairs as well.
Yeah, neither of you did nades going down Tower B.
Yeah, another thing I blame my setup on. Whatever. The sun was shining in my face. Come on.
Hey, that's my excuse. Get your own.
Sweaty fingers?
I can
Sweaty fingers.
mute now.
That's fine. I don't use that one.
I'll take that.
Sweaty fingers. I only lost to the Game controller is bad. I was kidding.
Aha.
Personally, I never played on the DualSense or DualShock, so I really like the GameCube when I am, in my zone and everything. It's a fine controller. It was made for the game. For me, it works.
Yeah, I agree. It's just like I just think the D-pad's bad. That's about it.
Yeah, the D-pad is kind of shit.
Yeah.
To be fair.
It's just this tiny little like nub on the bottom left.
Yeah. Sounds better.
Yep,
Don't
DMCA
even-
song's over.
Yeah. I don't even know if
I
mine's
muted.
sub hour. I don't have splits open right now.
Yeah, same.
Makes
We'll
it even more
see.
exciting.
From the rough RTA we've got on the stream, Vermilion 5956. House the time stopped at 1 hour and 37 seconds, but
Anybody
I think
reading
the timer stopped a
books?
little early.
That's fine for the first race. I remember a few months earlier, my first time in a league at MGSR, the Medical Sword 1 PC Easy or Bosses League. I played absolutely horrible because I was very nervous. I messed up so many things. I had I think plus 7 minutes compared to my PV, so today will be okay.
All right, so we're
That's
very
true, man. And thank you for coming through here anyway, even though you're in pain right now.
That's what painkillers are made for.
Hmm.
All right.
All right, so we're coming up on
time,
Vermillions.
and we are gonna have for Vermilion. It is in fact a 58-30.
Nice.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I thought it was like worse. I think like 59, like
thought-
20.
I thought this was much. Okay. I think I'm gonna. You know what? The RTA timer is fired.
That is a lot further away than we were expecting it to be.
All I'm saying is Akuma is correct when he said about this game. He said the thing about this game is like if you mess up like one thing, you lose a lot of time compared to like MGS1.
Yeah.
Very punishing.
It's crazy actually.
Like my ninja, for example, I had him lose so much time just because he just went back and forth, and I was like, "Get back here! Get back here!" Whatever.
Yeah, you're chasing him down.
Yeah. I started playing this game really 2 weeks ago. Wait, 58-30?
Yeah.
Yeah. And wait, what?
No way.
That's my time.
No.
What?
No
Is it
way.
time?
We have a tie.
Really?
No!
What?
It's the first place and it's a tie. No.
What
Wait,
the
how?
hell is this?
Wait, what?
What
This
the
must
hell
be
is
because
this?
of my legs. I think it's only my
Oh,
legs.
it is. It is. Yeah, it's true. Wow.
Oh my god! And
Wait, so what happens now?
okay, so
tiebreaker,
first off, are you guys both on straight up 5.0?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so what the rule is now is we have to do a 2 out of 3 liquid fight.
Oh,
What?
jeez.
Yes.
Are you
2 out of
serious?
3 yes, and we'll be using the in-game timer countdown.
Okay, I'm gonna
We're
get,
using
I'm gonna get
that.
destroyed.
So both of you guys, I'm not actually looking at backstage right now.
Wait, I don't think I have a save for that.
Oh, for
That's
God's
bad.
sake! Are you serious?
I don't think so.
Okay. Let's see.
We're going to go to a quick intermission and get
Yeah.
this straightened out in
Okay, we're gonna
backstage.
do
We'll
that
be
too.
back on the
That
stream
works.
in
That also works.
just a moment, my friends.
Oh yeah.
Okay, hello, we are back. We've got both runners set up and ready. So just to reiterate what just happened, at the very end of the game, we got to the score screens and both runners had the exact same time. We figured this is due to some lag that House was having, which is why it looked like he was much further behind. But we go by IGT, and the IGT was the same. So we are going into a best of 3 liquid fight.
First
Okay.
2.
Best of 3. Well, the first one to get
First
2
person to win
wins.
2.
So,
Yep, that's right.
yeah, best of
clarifying.
3. Yep. Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. These guys should be off. Maybe. There we
All
go.
right. So what's going to happen here? They're both going to fight liquid. We're going to go by the time left clock on the top right. It's going to be our timer. So whoever beats liquid first wins, one game, so to speak. So far, Vermillion, he's getting the better of it, I think. Yep, Vermillion's got the better of it.
Both knocking liquid off.
And yeah, he's still in phase 1. He's trying to go for he wanted to go for the lottery roll but didn't get it, and he's missing these PBKs.
Yeah, House just getting a little too close to him. House is now going for the oh, and he's punching him off again. It looks like House is trying to go for the double punch sort of swing round, but he's very, very early to do this. And he's just not got Liquid in a very nice position, so Liquid's just going to continue to keep falling off. Vermillion's on the very last section of the fight.
It's the optimal loop, and I think he'll have it. He's got it. First game goes to Vermillion.
1-0. So both runners will reset at the end of the fight. So we'll let House sort of play it out, go back to the load screen, and get ready to load the same one again. House just still, still struggling to get this finished.
Yeah, he's on a laptop today instead of his usual rig. And unfortunately, the laptop does not seem to like Dolphin too much, because that is chugging. Should not be falling below really 60 for this fight.
Oh, there's just slight sliver of health left. And House finishes. Okay, so yes. Round 1 to Vermillion. Looks like
Both runners are ready?
Both runners are ready to go, so we'll wait for timer is off, ready for them to go. House, move your cursor out of the way. All right, and they are off.
There we go.
Round 2. House needs this. House needs to win this.
Really needs this. If I were him, I wouldn't even bother. Oh no. I mean, you can get a mini lottery roll if he's not in the corner, but it's not likely. Better start for House this time. Definitely better. Vermillion got knocked off, and so did House.
House gets knocked off.
No lottery rolls I don't think we'll be seeing from here on out. And he's made it to fate. Oh wow, just in time.
Just going for the, continuously going for the
come on.
punch kick.
Okay, you got it. Okay, this is optimal. This is the good loop. Just keep it like this. Should be able to. He needs to flip him away.
Oh, Liquid's
he needed to
down.
flip. The Liquid's down for Vermillion as well, and so does
House has just run off the edge. Oh.
It's still. Damn.
Vermillion's so close, but he's just struggling just to get the last little bit finished.
Yeah, this can be very, very iffy. And
That is
Vermillion has got it.
Is it. 2-0. Vermillion takes the win and takes game one.
God.
Now Vermillion wins.
Oh my god. What a
You
race.
practically won because I never practiced liquids, and you can tell that, especially now.
Dude.
What, GG for real now? 3-0 for real now?
Oh my god.
I see you in the 4th game. I don't know which one, but I'll see you there.
I'll see you in Peace Walker, you know.
On.
Just
No.
kidding.
Oh, you don't think you'll face you in the losers bracket?
Oh yeah, pitch and loser bracket. There you go.
Yeah. In the grand
All
scheme
right.
of things, we'll see what happens.
All right, boys. GG. Good job there, Vermillion. Commiserations, House. You nearly found a way to claw back into the race, but unfortunate. Thanks very much for commentating, Nick and Volcanic Akuma, but we're going to keep it moving. These guys decided to tie up to keep the stream going for a little bit longer. Our next race is going to be Solid Snake 16 versus Joseph Joestar 316. We're just going to go to a short intermission and get them all ready, so stay with us.